Hello. Microphone. Same problem as yesterday. All right. Yeah, Windows reverts to, I don't know, like Windows 97 status or something with this big old purple taskbar there. I'm not sure you could even hear me earlier. Anyway, stock market opened kind of flat. Looks like we did have a little move lower in the futures market. We came back up. That's pretty good. MongoDB probably had earnings. And looks like a gap up move that is selling off at the moment is earnings. Okay. We also, what did we have yesterday with earnings? Um, was looking pretty good. I don't remember the names. Too early for me. Let's go down the actionable list. INS kind of reaching a crescendo point. Support of the 200 period moving average. Resistance at a declining trend line. BEP just won't stop. Seriously, won't stop. I wonder what that would look like with the volume aggregation tool. Pretty expansive right there. That's a tremendous amount of buying pressure. That started all the way back down here. It's been pretty bullish for a while. BEP 1.45%, looking good. Sand. Ring trying to come back. As the markets loosely flat. They were just a little bit higher. Now they're a little bit lower. So I'm saying loosely flat. Alibaba, which is one we're keeping an eye on. Came down hard yesterday. Came down pretty hard. And yeah, everything's still chopping around. See, the markets are pretty stagnant right here. We're still in the middle of those Bollinger Bands. Definitely in a stagnant environment. Still trying to find that stock that had earnings that we were looking at yesterday. I just don't remember. Not sure what it was. Visa. Very flat here in the space. Not going anywhere quite yet. Not that it has to, but always nice when it does. Trying to look at Tesla. Tesla doing okay. Still holding up here in this higher level above the gap. Still super bullish. See what that leads to. Another earnings report will probably start to get things rocking. And why is my printer going off? Someone's printing something. My son's birthday invitations. Gotcha. Let's check out the global watch list. Let's see what's not working today. LVGO down about 5%. Toll Brothers, end of a choppy area. SoFun after a nice day yesterday. Looks like a little pullback. Check out the highs. And CGC pulling back 2%. A great morning yesterday, and then the rest of the day was kind of off. All right, Stitch Fix. These are the guys that had earnings. There you go. Okay, so they did pretty good on their earnings. They had a great day yesterday, and then today with earnings, looking pretty good so far. They're in the lower part of their gap. See how this goes. So your opening range is up here at the 28.46 level. You see that high? That's going to be your opening range. So if it can get over that, that's going to be your Bible gap up rule. MongoDB selling off. And down to Micron. Quickly down to the 1% names, which aren't moving so far. With the Nasdaq basically flat, it's not bad. And really no major shifts in the stock sphere of influence, if you will, work. ENDP, that's not ENDP. How are you doing, ENDP? Yeah, still firmly under that trend line. A little bit of support yesterday, but doesn't look like it's enough right now. Disney loosely falling apart. No major support right there, although we're not greatly falling apart. It's a loose fall apart. Yeah, I still think we're in the holding pattern for China. It's pretty much what we're in. We're waiting for news on China, news on impeachment, which, I mean, come on, they're obviously gonna take that to the Senate. There should be no surprise there. I don't think anyone has changed a position or had an original thought in about 2.5 months. So hopefully impeachment doesn't do anything crazy to the markets. We got enough crazy as it is with Twitter. PayPal, still not working. Not a lot working today. You out of here, Bugs? How's your Nana?
Good, Daddy.
Yeah.
Wait, which new guy did you get?
Oh, you don't have time for that. I'll show you later.
Okay.
Have a good day.
When I get back from school?
Yes.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Mommy. Small caps that have gapped up. I used to try to do some stuff like that, Evan. I never really had a good morning, Rob. Never really had a good system for doing that. Had limited success. I'm a little bit too, I don't want to say timid necessarily for that, but it's not my forte. I'd probably be a little better at it now that I've been doing crypto for a while. Crypto gives you pretty good feelings for insane situations. Some of those small caps with crazy gaps. You have an example, Evan? Pretty much just have to use price action in those situations because they can fail in the first hour or go on for a week. It's pretty crazy. It's a crazy world. Those gapping situations. NASDAQ, all right, loosely positive. A little more than we've been so far this morning. Oh, shoot. I got to call my kid's school. What time is it? He's sick today. 7:46? All right, I got some time. All right, I think I'm going to bounce at about 8 o'clock. Like I said, I got to call my kid's school. He's sick today. All right, IPHI holding up here pretty good. Ooh, extended nicely this morning. Decent volumes, too. Off of there's a undercut situation going on there. Undercut and rally. So it'd be a little extended. We get up towards the 75 area. Maybe even highs up at 77. Still not super comfortable buying lower like that. I should start looking at these stocks that are low. Get a little more comfortable. Yeah, I built a screen at one point in time, Evan. I don't know if I still have it. It was supposed to look for. I don't really do this that often. Um, I don't have. Oh, here we go. That's a super stock cheap scan. Daily movers. I think that one's supposed to. Yeah, see, that's super small. From $1 to $10. Doesn't quite go into penny stocks, but $1 is still a penny stocks for most people. Um, yeah. Anyway, so average volume near high lows. I think is that an actual study? Sounds like something I would name. As another one I had with super stocks. Actually, looks like it's the same scan. Oh no, it's a different one. 20% of the 252 period high. So yeah, it's something I've looked into, but it's something I never really had any good success with. Yeah, I'm really not interested in Chesapeake. I tried it a couple of times. I think I made money on one, lost money on another. But it never went into a larger trend. It's been stuck under trend lines for just super, super long periods of time. I think right there. I think I tried to play it on that breakout right there on the weekly chart back in, looks like second quarter 2018. Didn't go very far. Never followed through. Been stuck in a downtrend ever since. Kind of interesting. Interesting price action for Chesapeake. Baba Tesla. Tesla's been a much better trade. MongoDB. All right, let's see what's dropping today. LVGO. Trying to undercut. Let's see. Looks like it is undercutting. And not so sure if that's a situation it may come back from. You got a couple of lows here. If you're looking for undercut and rally setup, there's that low right there. This is kind of a. This could be a low here, and then this could be a low here. Carvana, recent, pretty good one. You're not going to undercut till way down here. That has quite a bit of ways to go. MJ, an extreme downtrend. INMD could undercut this area right here. That could be a potential entry point if it can undercut it and try to rally back through that level. Work not really in an uptrend, but it's as we noted, pretty nicely just kind of chilling right here. Not too mad at that price action. Chopping around the moving averages. Earnings did come out, and you can see we haven't sold off, so that's good. Looks like they beat earnings estimates, so this could be a potential. Lower risk entry if you're interested in some moves. Your stop actually would be about under these moving averages. There's nothing really definitive here getting you in. The pocket pivot on earnings is good. a little bit of faith is kind of warranted here. It could shake you out all the way down into this low on earnings, but usually you don't get tested those lows on earnings like that. That's a pretty good move. Up about 10% from the lows on the day. That's a pretty good move, and we've recently found support and been pretty tight here. So if you want to take a stab at it, you could actually argue something within this range could be actionable for a reversal play. You've got a low here, you've got a higher low. Actually, it looks like arguably two higher lows. This is slightly higher than this price, and obviously this is the low. And earnings, which apparently weren't too bad, could be a reversal for slack. Work is slack. They should just call it slack, douchebags. But somewhere in here with your stop, probably under this low. What are you doing? Just move, damn it. There we go. So stop under there somewhere, just a little bit. That's about 2%. So that's a not too bad potential there for work. Netflix looking for undercut and rallies. Your undercut would be way down here, so we got a little ways to go. We are under some shorter term moving averages though. Save DocuSign. DocuSign. Not much to undercut. Have to come down quite a bit. OKTA could have an undercut and a rally. You've got a couple of little spike low right here. We already rallied through there once. Didn't get very far, stalled at the 20 and 10-day moving averages. So if you do buy it lower, you have to sell it on some of these 1 or 2% pops. Down about 3 to 4% on that particular one. On the way back through. So there's your low. It comes back up. Pi. Twilio. Could come down there and rally. Transports, unfortunately, back into the base, back into the big channel. Not good. GNC pulling back, a little undercut right there off of this low. Could have another undercut over there. Pianic win. GMed, Sherman-Williams coming back down to the 50-day moving average, which hasn't done in a long time. This is your 50-day. And it's coming right down to that in a bit of a consolidation out of essentially a frozen rope pattern. This would be a good little breakout. Such a good little breakout. Fortinet. Let's check out Fortinet. Where's that? I'll just type it. So archaic typing. Yeah. Hold this bitch. It's great. Absolutely. Yeah, so far so good. I think breakout here at, 106 and 106 looks really good. Super tight action out of that much larger base. I like it. Yeah, haven't really talked about it much. Every time we talk about it, we say, holding tight. That's about it. So Fortinet's still in its own bull market. This is very tight up here. That's excellent action. 5% range for this whole thing. It's not quite any kind of a base. Could be a 3 weeks tight pattern. Loosely a 3 weeks tight pattern. I think it's 1.5%. That says 1.6% in terms of the range on this guy. So yeah, you could argue it's valid. 1.4, 1.45. So yeah, I guess it is a 3 weeks tight pattern. 1.45. So this is a 3 weeks tight pattern. What that means is that this is an add-on point. So after we break out we go on to form a shorter consolidation known as a 3 weeks type pattern, and then we go. That's where the closes of 3 weeks are within 1.5% of each other. If they're within 1%, that's even better. But 1.5% is manageable. So yeah, this is looking really good here. Stay with it, Rob. Let's see what IBD's got on the paper. I haven't looked at the IBD 50 lately. See what the Fortinet should be on there. I mean, the way it's behaving, and let's see what they say about it. Yeah, it's number 6. Well past 5% buy zone, cup with deep handle. They're not talking about 3 weeks tight. They're not talking about 3 weeks tight though. So maybe they're using the 1% criteria. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Let's Google 3 weeks tight. 3 weeks tight. Yeah, say 1 to 1.5% of the prior week's close for 2 straight weeks. So yeah, 1.5%. That's just like I thought. So according to my software, it's 1.45. Maybe theirs has it differently for some reason. Yeah, Fortinet looks really good. That should actually be on a short list of mine. It's not, but it should be. What's the prior position? Yeah, I think a breakout of FTNT would be a good thing. What time is it? 7:59. All right, 8 o'clock. I got to go. I got to call the school. Got to do that before 8:10, so I'm going to do it right now. Yeah, market's still floating around that neutral level. Had a little bit of a topping candle yesterday. Volume wasn't super extravagant, so probably much ado about nothing on that particular one. But yeah, market's just holding up. They're waiting for some news or waiting for something, and they're not getting it yet. So we'll see. All right, everyone, have a good day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.